In a 3-game series with the White Sox trying to overcome a 6-game losing streak and managerial controversy. The Indians swept the Sox last weekend in Chicago, and the Sox will try and turn the table starting tonight, live from Municipal Stadium. Municipal Stadium. The Sox 32 Sports Network presents Chicago White Sox baseball. Tonight live from Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. The two starting pitchers, the young and old of it, Joel Davis on the mound, a record of 1-1 for the Chicago White Sox, and veteran right-hander Phil Niekro, a record of 2-2 for the Cleveland Indians. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Municipal Stadium. I'm Don Drysdale along with Dale Crandall. Happy that you've joined us tonight. It is like, a picnic atmosphere, you might say. Here is very festive in Cleveland as the Indians have won 10 in a row, and they've won 13 of their last 16, and indeed, things have turned around on the shores of Lake Erie. And, Del, it's kind of nice to see something like this. It's been a long time.
I should say so. A great baseball city, Cleveland, Ohio, and they just have struggled over the last few years, but right now they're getting hitting, they're getting pitching, and they're getting fielding, and they are in a 10-game winning streak, and they're a hot ball club.
Well, when you look at the White Sox, of course, there has been the controversy as far as Tony La Russa and things that have gone on the last few days. And I think right now that if everything can be put aside, that has got to be a good omen as far as the players are concerned, the organization is concerned, and hopefully right now they can get back down to their hopefully winning ways.
Well, I know that I've gone through that part of it, being fired and having a lot of things get started. You know, you're on your last legs and so forth, and I know that it does affect the ball club, and I feel that that is a contributing factor as to how the White Sox have been going recently. They're in a 6-game losing streak, and I think with the dark cloud lifted that things are going to be better, much better.
Well, they're certainly hoping so as far as the White Sox are concerned, but on the other hand, the Cleveland Indians, a story in itself. They're on top of the American League East. They're tied with the New York Yankees, and as I said before, it's been quite a while since we've come into Cleveland here and seen this kind of a festive occasion. Usually it's saved maybe for an opening day, maybe for the 4th of July when you get 35,000 like that. And I know that Peter Vivasi and the entire Cleveland organization are just tickled to death to see this whole thing turn around. And you can just see the players as they go out to warm up just prior to the start of this game tonight. As a matter of fact, we are holding 10 minutes so that people can get into the ballpark, get into their seat, and get ready to go this first game of this series. But the ovation that they got just going out onto the field has to be something.
They can't even make a move out there without the people noticing them and giving them a round of applause, and they're not doing it with mirrors either. They have some great stats.
Well, we talked about Peter Vivasi, and we have a little time right now, and Peter has been very kind to join us in the booth here at Cleveland. And of course, Peter, as you look at this particular ball club and looking at the way things are happening right now, as I said before, it's something that hasn't happened in a long time, and I would have to say that your entire staff, forget the field, your entire staff has to be sitting back and jumping up and down.
Well, we're very happy, Don and Del. It's been 32 years since the Cleveland Indians did much on the field, as you both remember, back in 1954. And we have a young staff both on the field and in the office, and they're working overtime and really killing themselves to try to serve the public here in Cleveland, because we've been used to crowds of 3,000, 4,000, but when you have crowds of 27, 35,000, maybe 40 some odd thousand like tonight, you really have to prepare. We set the table now for 50,000 every night and hope that they show up.
Peter, you have kind of a new motto as far as the Indians are concerned in 1986, and I think it's very interesting with the family.
Well, it's a slogan really we started last year, which is the tribe. This is my team. Because, you know, the fans of Northeast Ohio have for years and years and years really loved the Cleveland Indians. Though they haven't turned out in great numbers, they're beginning to now, and we think our slogan, our motto, this is my team, is appropriate.
You know, you were up at Toronto at the start of the expansion franchise up there with the Toronto Blue Jays, very successful, and they've been still successful and continuing to do so. It had to be kind of an interesting challenge for you to come over here at Cleveland, seeing where they were and what was happening to the organization, and then to look out and see what is happening now.
Well, it is. It's lots of fun. It's a great challenge, a terrific opportunity for all of us. We have some of the folks who were with us in Toronto here in Cleveland now. We have Dan O'Brien and Joe Klein, veteran baseball men. Pat Corrales does a great job with our young and some veteran players on our club. And this is a different sort of arrangement. When you build an expansion club, you're starting with an organization that has no past, only a future. Here with the Indians, we have that great history, that legacy that's left to us by Bob Feller and Lou Boudreau and some of the other great players. So what you're really trying to do is build on that marvelous past to go forward into the future.
Peter, can you come up with one thing that has done the trick on the field?
Well, I think it's an overall attitude change, Del. When we came into Cleveland in this organization about 2 years ago, we saw a lot of bright spots, young players and good young talent, but we saw something that bothered us, and would bother you both as players and as managers, and that is we saw a lack of attitude, or perhaps an improper attitude. There wasn't as much pride in the organization as we'd like. So we started working very early and very hard on getting our minor league players, our major league players, all of our people to believe that the Cleveland Indians could go someplace if we just gave it a lot of hard work and a commitment. And we got rid of those players who didn't believe and who didn't want to be part of what we were trying to achieve. They're gone. We still remain. Our ball club down in the field now believes in three things. They believe in Cleveland, they believe in the Indians, and they believe in themselves. If you've got that, well, you know you were a great ball player. If you have all those three things, boy, you're going to be a winner.
So you can sell pride nowadays.
I think so. I haven't heard anything from any of our players about agents, renegotiation, contracts, or money. All we've heard about is baseball, hard work, dedication, and desire.
Peter, we want you to stay around because we're going to break for a commercial and be right back from Cleveland in just a moment.
This Chicago White Sox game is brought to you in part by Busch Beer, the beer with a taste as smooth as its name.
That the Cleveland Indians have won 10 in a row and 13 of 16 as you look at the Chicago skipper, Tony La Russa, coming to home plate. Johnny Gorel, the third base coach for the Cleveland Indians, out there to exchange a lineup cards. The umpires for tonight's game, the crew chief Don Denkinger behind the plate. Riley's at first, Cobles at second, and McClellan at third. It's a chilly lineup. It's a chilly night here. And Del, while they kind of sit and get themselves ready down on the field, let's have the starting lineups.
Here's a starting lineup for our Chicago White Sox. Leading off and playing center field, John Cangelosi. At third base, Wayne Tollison. Right field, Harold Baines. A DH, Jerry Hairston. In left field, Carlton Fisk. First base, Bobby Bonilla. Shortstop, Ozzie Guillen. Second base, Julio Cruz. And Joel Skinner will be behind the plate. And on the mound, Joel Davis. 5 starts so far this season. This will be his 6th. He is 1-1 with a 4.15 ERA. And here's a lineup for the Cleveland Indians. Brett Butler leading it off, playing center field. Julio Franco, the shortstop. Joe Carter in right field. Andre Thornton, the DH. Brooke Jacoby at third. Pat Tabler at first. Mel Hall will be in left field. Tony Bernazard at second base. And Chris Bando will be behind the plate. And on the mound for the Cleveland Indians, the old-timer, 47-year-old Phil Niekro. 5 starts, 2-2, with an ERA of 3.34. So tonight, you are going to see a little bit of the old and a little bit of the young. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit of the old and a lot of the young if you're a Chicago fan. Tonight's umpires, Don Denkinger, Mike Riley, Drew Coble, and Tim McClellan from home plate around from first, second, and third. And we have a little bit of a chilly night. There's no question about that. The breeze is blowing straight in off of the lake, and it's blowing against the hitters, more against the left-handed hitter than the right-handed hitter. Temperature 61, wind northeast at 21 miles an hour. It's cool and it's clear, but it's breezy, and that wind is, as I said before, is going to be blowing right into the hitters' faces. Whether that will affect the knuckleball of Phil Niekro or not, we'll just have to wait and see. I think knuckleballers like to see the wind blowing in their faces. The catchers don't like to see it, I don't think, but the pitchers like to see it. It makes that knuckleball dance a little bit more, and I think if you're a breaking ball pitcher, you like to see it also. It just makes that ball bite just a little bit more.
Well, Del, you know, when you look at that wind blowing in, of course, it makes one stop and think about a knuckleball pitcher as you look at Niekro coming in from the bullpen down the left field line. And, of course, a lot of knuckleball pitchers will tell you that a prevailing wind is really not what they would like to have. But on the other side of the coin, you've got to think about Municipal Stadium here in Cleveland. It is blowing right straight in, hitting this very old structure, and at times it will take a wave effect and come right back out and blow right back at you, because there is really no room up there for it to really go over unless it goes completely over the ballpark. It's very high, so consequently down there on the field, you could be on the mound looking at the flag, and that could be blowing behind you, but when you get on the field of play, it could actually be blowing in your face.
And there's really no way to tell that unless you would toss some grass up in the air. Maybe it might show you that the wind is blowing a little bit differently from what the flags would indicate.
So the country gentleman goes to the mound. The Indians go to the field, and this crowd indeed is aroused here at Cleveland Stadium. It would remind you many times, if you've had the opportunity to come here, of a Cleveland Brown crowd, but it is not tonight. It's a Cleveland Indian crowd, and they have a lot to be happy about. As I mentioned before, winning 10 in a row, a record of 17-8 coming into tonight's ball game, tied for first with the New York Yankees. And the old gentleman on the mound, the knuckleballing Phil Niekro. The Indians, they have been playing extremely well as you could possibly ask against the Western Division. They are 8-0. They are coming off of 3 series sweeps, 3 over the White Sox, 2 over the Rangers, and 3 over Kansas City. So indeed, they have been red hot, and Tony La Russa trying to get his troops rallied together and to see if they can certainly turn around and combat that and try and get themselves back on the winning ways. The White Sox have made a couple of coaching changes, moving around and going through the minor league organization. Will be Willie Horton and Mo Drabowski. Doug Rader will sit on the bench alongside Tony La Russa. Joe Nossick has been recalled from his scouting duties, and he will coach at third with Eddie Brinkman still over in his spot at first base. And there you get a good look at that knuckleball of Phil Niekro. Haven't seen him throw too many of those lollipops, Del.
No, he has not used that but once, I don't believe. And here's a Cleveland defense from left to right. Hall, Butler, and Carter in the outfield for Cleveland. Jacoby and Franco on the left side. Bernazar and Tabler on the right side. Bando behind the plate, and Phil Niekro, the pitcher.
So it'll be John Cangelosi to lead it off. It'll be Cangelosi, Tolleson, and Baines to face Phil Niekro. Jacoby moves up onto the grass at third with Tabler shortened up at first.
Well, I'm telling you, Don, these people are alive, and I think they appreciate what they're seeing on the field.
Well, they do appreciate it, and rightfully so. They've got you put position by position, and the Cleveland Indians have an excellent ball club. Everybody in baseball will tell you that knows anything about it. The question of whether their young pitching can continue. So the first pitch is a knuckleball, taken a little bit low. Niekro saying, oh, wait a minute, where was that? Don Dinkinger behind the plate. Riley, Coble, and McClellan from first to third. Just inside, and the count goes to 2-0. The game held up here considerably, waiting for the folks to come in and get into their seats. 2 balls and no strikes to Cangelosi, hitting .257 with a home run and 2 RBIs. There's a strike, and the count goes to 2-1.
You know, Don, we have been calling the home plate umpire Don Denginger. I think Denginger's at third base, and that's Mike Riley behind the plate.
That's exactly what it is. I was looking at the back of his head, and so they have that changed around just a little bit. Dinkinger is at third. So we'll change those for you. That's bounced left side. There's Franco on the big hop, and they get it on the right. So it'll be Riley behind the plate, Coble at first, McClellan at second, and Dinkinger at third. Those will be your men in blue. Wayne Tollison hitting .239 with a home run and 12 RBIs. Takes a strike, 0-1. Infield, outfield, about straight away. Knuckleball down and away, and the count 1-1.
Wonder if the umpires dislike calling that knuckleball as much as a catcher likes trying to catch it.
I would have to think that they wouldn't be thrilled with it. That's hit to center field. It's in the breeze. Now Butler gives a little ground. Out number 2. Well, they've got to be thinking the same way as a hitter or a catcher. They've got to stay with it. As Harold Baines stands in, hitting .255, 6 home runs and 20 RBIs. 1 ball and no strike. You see the big glove by Bando behind the plate. First base side, Tabler's there, gives it to Niekro, and that'll do it. White Sox are gone 1, 2, 3 in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And after the first half inning of play, it's the White Sox nothing. The Cleveland Indians coming to bat. Of the first inning, it'll be Butler, Franco, and Carter in that order. Brett Butler hitting .244 with a home run and 6 RBIs to lead it off against young right-hander Joel Davis. No decision in his last start against these same Cleveland Indians. 1-0 the count to Butler. Tollison up on the grass at third. Bonilla shortened up at first. The infield of Tollison and Guillen on the left side, with Cruz and Bonilla on the right side. 2-0 the count. The outfield of Fisk, Cangelosi, and Baines from left to right. On deck, Julio Franco. There's a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Davis making his 6th start of the year, a record of 1-1 and a 4.15 ERA. To Guillen on the grass, gets him. One gone, and that'll bring on Julio Franco. Franco with a 4-game hitting streak going for him, and has also hit safely in 7 of his last 8 ball games. Hitting .252 on the year with a pair of home runs and 11 RBIs. To the hole, Guillen over, big hop, and they get him. 2 outs, and that will bring on Joe Carter. Carter hitting .314 in his last 10 ball games, with a pair of home runs, scoring 9 runs and knocking in 10. So he's been hot.
Don, this should really be a pitcher's night, I would think, with the wind blowing the way it's blowing. It's still a little bit chilly. It hasn't warmed up yet, and you should see a pitcher's game, but the thing I think that is necessary for a pitcher's game, they have to get the ball over the plate.
That is the whole key, and of course it's kind of like the weather that we had and we talked about over in Milwaukee. If you can establish inside to a hitter, and you know, Del, being a hitter, that you want to try and get that barrel of that bat out there a little bit. You don't want to be jammed. So consequently, thinking like that, and then all of a sudden, if you can get into a good groove away, it should be a little bit of an advantage for the pitcher. 1-2 the count. You start protecting inside, 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 and all of a sudden they start going away from you a little bit and hit a few off the end of the bat. I think that hurts more than being jammed.
It really does, but you do protect against being jammed. That's the most embarrassing thing, I think, if you're a big, strong hitter particularly.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No score. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. Full count, 3-2 with Andy Thornton on deck.
I don't think Carter thinks it's very cold. He doesn't have on a long sleeve shirt down there. He is trying to become acclimated to this cold weather.
Walks him. Bill Carter aboard, and that'll bring on Andy Thornton. Carter has excellent speed, but is really, as of now, what you would consider a base stealer. There you see the numbers on Thornton. 196, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. He's stolen but 2 bases this year.
Stole 24 last year, though, Don.
Yep.
And, you know, he was hobbling a little bit with a bad knee, I think it was, at that time.
Up high, 1-0. .320 down each line here at Municipal Stadium. It's .377 to the left field power alley, .385 to the right field power alley, and .400 straightaway center. Pops him up, and then we'll see what the wind does with that. Here comes Joel Skinner. It's up in the breeze, and that's way back into the seat. So that will tell you what that wind is doing, and it is really blowing.
Really looked like a ball, Don, that Skinner was going to be able to catch up to. But as you can take a look at that flag, it's blowing in, and that ball just got up in the wind and blew into the seats, way back into the seats.
One ball and 1 strike to count. Carter at first, Benny at a hole. See Davis, a very big, deliberate 2-part move to first base. He seemed like he's got a step and turn, Dell, and that is something that he might be able to overcome as you see the drummer boys out there in deep right field.
Oh, I'm sure he can help himself with that move an awful lot. One of the things he has to do is he drops his hand when he comes out of the glove, drops it way down. He needs to come up with that hand and be a little bit quicker.
2 balls and a strike.
You know, unfortunately, Don, that's the way he picks up a bunt and throws it too.
That's right.
He has a 2-parter there also.
That's high. The count 3-1. Carter at first. Hey, right there, 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts. There he goes, and he walks him.
You know, you talk about the stolen bases, Don. They really haven't attempted too many steals. They have only stolen 14 for the season, and compare that to the White Sox 33. So they're getting some hitting, and they're not having to run as much in order to manufacture some runs.
Well, the Indians coming into tonight's game with a team average of .283. As Brooke Jacoby stands in, hitting .351. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's hit safely in 6 of his last 9 ball games. Had a pair of home runs, 4 doubles, scored 8 times, and knocked in 7. Outside, 1-0. Carter at second, Thornton at first.
Don, it looks like what they're going to try to do with Jacoby is to keep the ball away from him. Cangelosi is just off to the right side of second base in the outfield.
2-0. Joel Davis said, was that low? Mike Riley said, no, it's outside. And here comes Dave Duncan.
One of the dangers, Don, with a young pitcher is trying to get him to pitch too fine. In his stage of development, he just might not be ready to do that like a Seaver can do it, or a Dotson maybe. But with Joel Davis, you have to rely a lot on his natural stuff. He has a good fastball, a good curveball. We haven't seen the curveball yet, but he does have good stuff, and he's going to have to start throwing that curve.
Now Duncan has had his say, goes back to the dugout. They count 2 balls and no strikes to Brooke Jacoby. Well, we've seen one thing over at Comiskey Park. If Jacoby's setting on a fastball, you can't throw it hard enough that he can't turn you around. And it's 3-0. There's a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. Carter at second, Thornton at first. No score, 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom half of the first inning. Walks him.
Well, how to go from an easy-looking inning to a difficult inning right here, Don.
Boy, and I'll tell you, the man standing at the plate, with the bases loaded, he's 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs this year. And here's a number in his career. Pat Tabler's hitting .632 with 2 home runs and 57 RBIs, going 24 for 37.
And here he is.
And here he is. But you might turn that around and just make another time at bat right here. So you have Carter at third, Thornton at second, Jacoby at first, and Tabler the hitter. Inside, and the count 1-0. Tabler hitting .337, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. There's a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Mel Hall on deck. Went after high fastball, the count 1-2. Carter at third, Thornton at second, and Jacoby at first. High, the count 2-2. Lights on, but right now not taking their full effect. Ground ball, Ozzie Guillen has it. He goes to Cruz. They get the force at second, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 3 after the first inning of play. No score. They're not going to hit.
No, I know that, but I mean when you're reading them.
As we go to the top half of the second inning, it'll be Jerry Hairston to lead it off. He'll be followed by Carlton Fisk and Bobby Bonilla. See the numbers on Jerry at .345, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Knuckleball a little bit low. Niekro 16th on the all-time win list, 3 behind Eddie Plank. He is 4 behind Tom Seaver. There's a strike, and the count goes to 2-1.
Where's old Hoss Radburn in all that?
Old Hoss? Old Hoss Radburn is number 12. He has 308. And it's 2-2. Just kind of darted that knuckleball up there. Niekro will turn some loose, and he'll kind of throw one like that. Dell kind of uses that maybe as a little changeup. Tried to slip that little fastball by him. Niekro on the all-time strikeout list ranks number 7. In games started, number 7, 663. In games pitched, he is 10th with 810. Hit to right field. Carter is there. One away.
Don, he's also been a pretty good fielder, too. He has 5 Golden Glove awards for being the best fielder.
Got a good move, too.
Does a lot of things to help himself. He really does. And, of course, he's throwing that knuckleball now in so many different speeds that even if it didn't move, your timing is going to be messed up.
Here's Carlton Fisk, hitting an even 200 with a pair of home runs, 7 RBIs. In and over. And threw that one just a little bit harder. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Remember how hard you used to work?
Yeah.
You probably worked up sweat, too, didn't you?
Tried to. Bernazard can't make the play of that ball, kind of squidging away from him. And we'll see how they call it. That'll be an error on Bernazard.
There's a ball hit to right field. A good pitch by Niekro, and Carlton got a piece of it. There you see Bernazard reaching down to pick it up, and they're going to give him an error. Tough play, though, for Tony.
It looked like Tony had too many clothes on. Couldn't quite get down there. Bobby Bonilla can't get the breaking pitch, and the count is 0-1. So Fisk at first, 1 out. We're in the top half of the 2nd inning. No score in the ball game. First of a big 3-game series here in Cleveland. And the count goes to 1-1. The thing about Niekro, they've called a few balks on him, and where you have to really watch is at times when they'll call a balk on Niekro will be when he will fake to first base. That's it down the left field line. There's a long way to go for Mel Hall, but it's up in the wind, and he can't get it. And what he'll do, Dell, he will spin and bluff throwing to first base, but that foot will be on the side of the rubber or just in the front part of the rubber, and you can't do that.
Instead of stepping back.
You've got to step back off as you turn the bluff. A ball and 2 strikes. Well, he's got caught with his hand in the cookie jar a few times like that. A little bit low. The count goes to 2-2. Niekro has worked in 5,082 2/3 innings. Boy, that is a lot of times walking out to that mound. There's a base hit center field. Butler right there plays it on a long hop as Carlton Fisk will move to second base, and the White Sox have runners at first and second with Ozzie Guillen, the hitter. First hit of the ball game for the White Sox as Niekro tried to slip that fastball by him.
It goes back to that philosophy a little bit, Don. Why look for the knuckleball when you can't hit it anyway? You might as well stand up there and wait for him to throw you a fastball. He does like to throw some to hitters. There's no question about it. He relies on the fact that you're looking for the slower pitch, the knuckleball, and gets it by you just enough.
Ozzie Guillen, a high pop, shallow left. Mel Hall right there. Makes the catch with a little bit of an adventure. Carlton Fisk turning around and looking out there and saying, now wait a minute. Is that what I have to look forward to? Here's Julio Cruz hitting 100. Cruiser at second base tonight. Without a home run or an RBI, as you see. Fisk at second, Benet at first. Knuckleball a little bit low. The count 1-0. On deck, Joel Skinner. Started, stopped, it cost him 1-1.
You notice that white thing on Julio Cruz's front foot. That's to protect that bad toe of his that he had to have operated on this winter.
2 balls and a strike.
There's a better look at it. He has a toe that really is giving him some problems. He's had it worked on, and he gets it worked on, but he's trying to protect it against a possible foul down into that foot.
High to right. Carter is right there. And that'll do it. So the White Sox are gone in the second. No runs on a hit and error. They leave a pair. And after 1.5, no score. Second inning, it'll be Mel Hall, followed by Tony Bernazard, then Chris Bando in that order. No score in the ball game. Hall hitting .204 with a pair of home runs, 9 RBIs. A little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. That's a little high. 2-0. A cool evening in Cleveland. Foul way down the left side. That's back up into the second deck. The Sox were coming in today from the hotel to the ballpark. That wind in center field. You can look at that flag, and it, boy, it looked like it was made out of tin at that time, just blowing right straight in. Still blowing in at a good clip. This kind of weather here, Dell, this old ballpark will not thaw out till about July. That's hit down the left field line, hit well. Fisk going over, way back in the corner. Can't get it. Against the wall. Hall to second base, and he'll hold there with a double.
A swing by Hall. He sends the ball to left field. Carlton Fisk does get a pretty good jump on the ball, but the wind is going to push it away from him. And as he gets to the wall, he can't quite get to the ball. The ball hits the wall, drops at his feet. It's a double for Hall.
That ball hit a long way into that wind, and like you say, Dale, coming off of the left-hander's bat, that's going to be slicing to start with, and the wind helping at number 2. That was a tough play. Here's Bernazard. Breaking pitch in and over. Tony hitting .279, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Bernazard has hit safely in 5 of his last 8 games. Backed out, looking at another sign from Johnny Gurl. See if Pat Corrales has anything. He does. Bunt fouled away. Well, Corrales giving him 1 pitch to maybe hit. He took it for a strike, put on the bunt, fouls that away, and the count is 0-2. On deck, Chris Bando. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. There's Bando. Loop to center. Cangelosi can't get it. It goes by. Here comes Hall. He will score. Bernazard to second. 1-0 Cleveland.
See Cangelosi come in thinking he's got a shot at a shoestring catch, but you saw how far it hit out in front of him, got him in a middle hop, bounced on past him. There's Hall coming around to score. Carlton Fisk backing up Cangelosi, throws the ball into second base. Hall scores. Bernazard on second base with an RBI base hit.
Well, they will see how they score that. As Chris Bando stands in. See how Corrales wants to play it here. He's going to bunt. Bunt out, good bunt. Davis has it. He goes to Bonilla as Bernazard moves to third, so the sacrifice works.
Pat Corrales wanting to put as many runs on the board as possible, as early as possible. That's a second hitter here in the second inning that he is asked to bunt. That time, Bando, a good job.
On Bernazard's ball, they give him a single and an error on Cangelosi. As Brett Butler will stand in. And we'll see how Tony La Russa wants to play it right here with Bernazard at third. Good speed at the plate in Butler. Tallison up on the grass at third with Bonilla shortened up at first. They're back up the middle. 1-0 the count with Julio Franco on deck. High 2-0. There's Franco. Three and 0. Him on 4 pitches. Now you've got speed at first in Butler, and here's Franco. 4th walk issued by Davis. as Tolleson will come in and talk to him. Now runners at the corners with Bernazard at third, Butler at first. So you'll have to keep an eye on him. Davis with that slow delivery. Brett with 4 stolen bases so far this year. The infield will look for the ground ball in 2. And they will keep him close, or try to. With Joe Carter on deck. Line right to Bonilla, steps on the bag. So they double him up, and the side is retired. The Indians pick up a run, and after 2, lead it 1-0.
Go to the top of the third. Cleveland out in front of Chicago 1-0, and they were fortunate to hold it to 1-0. There's a ball just smoked off of the bat of Franco. You saw his reaction. The ball hit right at Bonilla, who had to really protect himself to come up with that ball and hold Cleveland to 1 run.
Here's Joel Skinner, takes outside in the count 1-0. Skinner hitting 163 with 5 RBIs. A run on 2 hits, 1 error for the Indians. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the White Sox. Down low, the count 2-0. There's a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. And it's 3 balls and a strike with John Cangelosi on deck. Niekro a little unhappy with himself. A full count, 3-2. 47-year-old Phil Niekro. White Sox in the last week have seen a lot of the Niekro boys. Ground ball hit to Franco. He has it and throws him out.
Make your plans now to attend a White Sox game with a group of your friends. Sox baseball is always more fun when it's enjoyed with a group. Call the Sox Group Sales Office during regular business hours at 924-1000 for information on group discounts, private parties, and fundraisers.
Here's John Cangelosi, who bounced to short his first time at bat. Hit to shallow center. Butler coming on. He's there. Makes the catch. 2 outs, and that'll bring on Wayne Tolleson. You were talking about working up a sweat. Sometimes you wonder if Phil ever does that the way he pitches right now.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. You had to work so hard, and I don't even know if he works up the sweat or not. I wonder if he showers after the game.
Well, you know, you had the opportunity to, I believe, to catch Niekro when he first came to the major leagues.
No, I was already gone.
Were you gone?
Yeah, he came up in late in '64, and I'd been traded at that time.
1 ball and no strikes to count. Bunt by Tolleson. Niekro has it, and they can't hold on to it. If Tabler catches it, they have him, but the ball and Tolleson just about got there at the right time, and we'll see how they call it. That'll be a base hit. And that will bring on Harold Baines.
You're going to see Necro get off of that mound as good as he can. He picks it up, and I think the ball gets away from him just a little bit. The grass might be a little damp. You see the ball into the runner.
Baines in a high pop. Franco going back. It's Mel Hall calling to make the catch. Where you put your glove, your one hand, your cap in another, and make the catch. So the side retired. No runs on a hit after 2.5, 1-0. Cleveland. Joe Carter, who walked his first time at bat. Breaking pitch away, the count 2-0. Little looper to right. Baines coming in a hurry to make the catch. And that will bring on Andy Thornton. Thornton walked his first time at bat. After the first two men, Butler and Franco, in the first inning bounced to Guillen. Joel Davis walked Carter, Thornton, and Jacoby, but then got Pat Tabler on a fielder's choice to end the inning. Takes a strike, 0-1. Jacoby on deck. Up high, 1 ball and 1 strike.
There you saw Skinner with a little subtle move trying to tell Joel Davis to keep his front shoulder closed.
A ball and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch outside, and the count will go even at 2-2. 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the bottom of the third. Line down the left field line, hooking into the corner. Fisk over, takes a high hop, bounces off the glove. Thornton on his way for 2. The throw cut off by Guillen, and he's there with a double. Ozzie couldn't find the handle.
There's Thornton getting out in front of one, a pitch that was away from him a little bit, but up, gave him a chance to extend those arms. Fisk gets over there well, but the ball takes a hop behind him, and he is just able to knock the ball down, and the ball was offline. Watch his throw now. See the ball take a hop behind him. Now he picks the ball up. Ozzie lines himself up, and he feels the ball is offline, as you saw Julio Cruz move away from second base, and Guillen, in his attempt to relay the ball, missed it.
Brooke Jacoby takes a breaking pitch for the strike, and the count is 0-1. Now Thornton at second. On deck, Pat Tabler. Jacoby walked his first time at bat. High, and the count 1-1. I have to say one thing, that Municipal Stadium, there's a bouncer foul. Looks in as good a shape, Dell, as what we've seen it in a long time. And a lot of that, as you saw that grass out there, you can kind of just look at that grass out there in the outfield and just assume that they've got some new seeding out there. And depending on how high that grass is really cut, That can make a difference a little bit, the way that ball popped up to Carlton Fisk. You'd wonder if that grass was a little high up there to make that ball pop and not skid.
Yeah, if it's new grass, you have to let it grow a little bit, of course.
That's it, high, right center, way back, going back. Cangelosi can't see it, but Baines does. Tagging is Thornton. He'll go to third. Cangelosi lost it.
Well, that can certainly happen this time of night. But with the lights as high as they are here, you just have to keep your eye on it. There you see the ball hit high to right center field by Jacoby. Now watch the reaction of Cangelosi right then. You see him raise his hands. He said, I can't see it. Of course, Baines was right there. He was able to make the catch.
Yeah, that'll bring on Pat Tabler with Mel Hall on deck. Tabler hit into the fielder's choice in the first inning to end it. Pops him up. That's up in the breeze. Bobby Bonilla coming over. It's blowing, it's blowing, it's blowing. And makes a catch. Fine play by Bobby Bonilla. Went right into the stands to take that. And the Indians are gone in the third. And after three, it's 1-0, Cleveland. Palm Bay, Florida, KLJB in Davenport, Iowa, and of course our flagship station, WFLD TV Fox Incorporated in Chicago. Here's Jerry Hairston, who flied to right his first time at bat, 0 for 1. 1-0, the Indians on top, top of the fourth. A little high with a knuckleball, and the count 1-0. Outside, 2-0 the count. Niekro making his 6th start of the year, a record of 2-2. And it's 3-0. Three balls and no strikes to Jerry Hairston. Walks him. First walk issued by Niekro, and that will bring on Carlton Fisk, who was on an air by Tony Bernazard his first time at bat. Inside the count, 1 ball and no strikes, and Bando wants to have a little talk with Niekro. Baltimore leading Kansas City 4-1. That's in the first inning. That's where the White Sox will travel after this weekend series with the Indians. 2 in Baltimore, 2 in New York with the Yankees. Shot, foul, down the line. Carlton, I believe, looking fastball, got it. Niekro got it in on him. He turned on it and just hooked it foul as you look at Bobby Bonilla on deck. A ball and a strike. There you can see that footwork of Niekro. Knuckleball a little high, and the count 2-1. Well, there's a good crowd on hand here tonight. count goes to 3-1. Bonilla on deck. Harrison at first. Nobody out. We're in the top of the 4th. The Indians on top, 1-0. Hit off the end of the bat. Hall going back, has room, makes the catch. One out, and that will bring on Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla singled his first time at bat. Bobby starting tonight at 297 with a home run and 8 RBIs. On deck, Ozzie Guillen. Now Tabler holding Harrison. Trying to get Hall's attention in left field. Outside in the count 1-0. Butler now trying to get Hall's attention. Trying to get him over just a little bit. Somebody down in that Cleveland dugout trying to move him around. Hard, and it's a fair ball. They go to Niekro, throws it over his head. Harrison to third. Bonilla hit a rocket down over that bag. Tabler made a good play to get a glove on it. And you see the first base umpire, Drew Coble, saying fair, and then Tabler throws it over the head of Niekro, and they will draw an air. Harrison going all the way to third. So the White Sox get a break. Runners at first and third. See Harrison going all the way. And they don't. They turn around. They give Bobby Bonilla a base hit. He will take that as Ozzie Guillen stands in. That's cued foul. And the count is 0-1. Ozzie popped to shallow left his first time at bat. So the White Sox with a tying run 90 feet away. And Jerry Harrison, Bobby Bonilla at first. A ball and a strike the count. On deck, Julio Cruz. There goes a runner, and it's fouled away. So Bonilla will come back, and the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Tony La Russa just hoping for contact and not a line drive at somebody, trying to send Bonilla to stay out of a double play. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Fans getting a little cheering going with that 2-strike count. Ground ball to Bernazard, could be 2. Franco for 1, and they double him up. The first time that we've seen the hooper from Niekro. And the White Sox are gone in the 4th inning. No runs on a hit to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Cleveland. Double and scored, the only run of the ball game. Oh, 1 the count. Tony Bernazard on deck. And the count 1-1. Well, the White Sox and Coca-Cola would like you to join the White Sox fan club. For just $10, you receive 2 free tickets to a White Sox home game, an official membership card, a complete set of 86 Sox baseball cards, a subscription to the fan club newsletter, and an official fan club booster button. Invitations to a lot of events, luncheons, clinics, golf outings. That's out of play. Spring training trips and road trips with the Sox team. For an application, and more information, call or write to Comiskey Park. There's Bernazard on deck. A ball and 2 strikes to Mel Hall. Foul away. Look at that. That knocked a policeman right off his perch over by that dugout. He got out of there in a hurry. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. He hadn't moved that fast, I'll guarantee you, in a little while. Check swing, bouncer to Bobby Bonilla. He underhands to Davis, and Hall was halfway down the line. 1 away to Tony Bernazard. Now there's another line score, so they've changed Bobby Bonilla's base hit to an error. Well, to give the Indians 2 errors, take a base hit from Bonilla and the Sox. 1 ball and no strikes to Bernazard. Up high, 2-0. With Chris Bando on deck. Bernazard had a base hit his first time at bat. Out of play to the left side. The count goes to 2-1. Count 3-1. You're working here at Municipal Stadium, kind of like County Stadium in Milwaukee. The one thing that you want to pitch against is down the line. And that's hit down the line, but it'll drop in front of Baines. Jammed him on the pitch, so Bernazard's aboard. See right here, Davis gets it in on Bernazard, but he turns on it on that 3-1 count. Drops it in front of Baines, so he's at first with 1 out, and that'll bring on Bando. Taking a long look at his third base coach, Johnny Goral, with Brett Butler on deck. Up high, 1-0. Davis wants another ball. And of course, on a night like tonight, what you've got to be so careful about is the slickness of the fingers on a cold evening. Technique grow a little bit different with a knuckleball. And I'm really not too sure that that can't affect that either. Pitch out, nowhere. 2-0. Now you might see something. 2 balls and no strikes. There he goes, and it's inside. Throw through, not in time. Ian says, no, no, no. Tim McClellan says you got him a little high. the pitch is up and in. Skinner got it away. We'll look at it again. And a late tag. There you take another look at it. Bernazard taking a peek. You can't tell from that angle, but the other angle, you saw the late tag. 3 balls and no strikes. Butler on deck. Second stolen base of the year for Bernazard. There's a strike and the count 3-1. Kind of the reaction of Bando causing the fans a little Bronx cheer. And it's 3-2. A full count to Chris Bando with Butler on deck. Struck him out. First strikeout for Joel Davis. So getting Bando 3-0 came back to get him. And that'll bring on Brett Butler. Take a look at that last pitch. Just high heat. And Bando cannot get on top. Butler tonight is 0 for 1. Bounces short and walked. Takes inside 1-0. Outfield playing very shallow for Butler. Really shallow. Fisk in left and Cangelosi in left center. A lot of room out there. High 2-0. Julio Franco on deck. And it's 3-0. There's Franco. Three balls and a strike to Butler. Just waiting one day for some pitcher to turn that ball loose and upend somebody. Give you that time while you're in your motion. Nobody with stirrups on either. 3-1 the count. There's a strike and the count goes to 3-2. Butler doesn't like the call. Pat Corrales down in that Cleveland dugout. Pitching coach Jack Aker. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. High and he walks it. That's the 5th walk issued by Joel Davis, and here comes Tony La Russa, as Julio Franco will be the hitter. Tony might be asking Davis, what signs are you using? And now they might be changing the signs right now with Bernazard at second base. And it could be where Bernazard could be just giving a location sign. And if indeed that is it, we're just trying to settle Davis down a little bit. Tony will go back to the dugout. Now here's Julio Franco. It was bounced to short and hit a rocket to Bobby Bonilla at first base with runners at first and third. Bobby staggering with the catch, stepped on the bag for the inning-ending double play. That was in the second. As right-hander Dave Schmidt gets up and starts to throw in the Sox bullpen. Breaking pitch high. The count 1-0 with Joe Carter on deck. 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Dave Franco deep in the box. There's a strike and a count 1-1. The White Sox have left 4 through the first 4. 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. And the Indians have left 5 through 3. Have runners at first and second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1. One and two the count. Breaking in behind. Davis did not throw. Bernazard at second, Butler at first. 1-2 to Franco. Ground ball hit to Guillen. He'll underhand to Cruz. They get the force at second and the side retired. We're through 4 from Cleveland. 1-0 Indians. Now don't forget, every Monday night Sox home game is half price night, and the next one coming up will be June 2nd against the Texas Rangers. So you make your plans to be with us. All box reserved and general admission tickets half price for every Monday night Sox home game. Here's Julio Cruz as we lead off the fifth. Outside, 1-0. Cruz flied to right his first time at bat. Up the alley, right center field. Carter moving over in a hurry. So Cruz is aboard. That is the third White Sox hit, and he'll bring on Joel Skinner. John Cangelosi on deck. Skinner bounced to short his first time at bat. Bunt attempt foul away. Tabler coming over can't make a play. Skinner just trying to loosen himself up at the plate, and we'll see how Tony La Russa wants to play it again. Cruz at first, leadoff single here in the top of the fifth. There's some papers getting away out there in left field, left center field. Gonna bunt, and does so. Good bunt first base side as Negro will go to Bernazard. Cruz to second. The sacrifice works. 1-4 if you might be scoring, and that will bring on the leadoff hitter, John Cangelosi. There's the bunt by Skinner. Cangelosi has bounced a short fly to center. Tabler even with a bag at first. Jacoby up at third, and knuckleball up high. The count 1-0. See where Jacoby is, right at the cut of the grass at third. Tabler about even with a bag. Two balls and no strikes. Well, this got to be a tough man to pitch to. The height of Cangelosi with a knuckleball pitcher. That strike zone right there. There's a line drive, base hit, right center field. Here comes Cruz. Butler bobbles the ball, and Cruz will score. We're tied at 1. Now Cangelosi with a base hit to right center. Butler had a shot at Cruz, but he bobbled the ball. You look at it again. Cangelosi staying right on it. Cruz a little late start. He had to make sure that line drive was through. And there, Butler bobbling the ball. Now Cangelosi with his 3rd RBI of the year. There's his, see, you can see how Cruz had to stop. And then comes on to score. So a 1-1 tie. And Wayne Tolleson will stand in. They will keep Cangelosi close. Or try to. John with 19 stolen bases on the year. Tim McClellan was almost ready to call a balk at first base. I mean, at second base, he had his arms up, and why he was moving around, I don't know. The quickness of Negro just caught him off guard a little bit. There's a knuckleball for the strike. Tim just kind of dropped his arms down to his side real quick and just stood there looking in at home plate. The count. Cangelosi a good lead. Negro gets rid of the ball in a hurry. John. Now we'll go back to the bag. See if Bando does anything right here with the count 0-1. Bunt attempt. Good bunt. Negro in a hurry again and gets him this time. Boy, there's an excellent play by Negro. That was a super bunt by Tolleson. You couldn't ask for anything more. Tolleson had that ball right down the line. Look how quickly Negro gets over there at 47 years of age, and he makes an excellent play. Now Cangelosi at second, and here's Harold Bain. They give Tolleson a sacrifice, but he was trying to beat that ball out. Harold, what a play by Bando. That knuckleball really diving in. 1-0 the count. A 1-1 tie here in the top of the 5th inning. A run on 4 hits, 1 error for the White Sox. A run on 4 hits, 2 errors for the Indians. One and one the count. Jerry Hairston on deck. Wow. That ball is really moving to Baines. 2 balls and a strike. That's one thing that a lot of knuckleball pitchers will tell you. I turn it loose. After that, I can't tell you where it's going to go. Outside, the count goes to 3-1. Negro, as he takes that ball back from Bando, just glancing over in that on-deck circle. Behind the count to Baines, 3-1. Harold just kind of taking a little extra time. That'll be ball 4. Second walk issued by Niekro, and that will bring on Jerry Harrison, who has drawn the other walk and fly to right. A 1-1 tie. We're in the top half of the 5th inning, the first of a 3-game series with the Indians. And it'll be on to Baltimore Monday night, Tuesday night, Yankee Stadium, Wednesday night, Thursday night before returning home. Down low, saved by Bando. That's in and over, and the count 1-1. DeFranco trying to jockey in behind Cangelosi if he can, keep him close. He threw that a little harder, and the count is 1-2. So Niekro out in front, a ball and 2 strikes. Didn't like the feel of that one. Before the knuckleball pitchers, and Niekro and his brother Joe, although more so in Phil, will change the speed on the knuckleball. And the 2-strike chant up outside, and the count 2-2. Bando just trying to keep that ball in front of him if he can. He is bobbing and weaving behind in there and in front of the home plate umpire Mike Riley. Outside, a full count, 3-2, and the runners will be off with a pitch. Cangelosi from second and Baines from first. Infield deep on the right side. They go. Loop down the left field line, slicing foul. Almost got the fastball by Jerry. Cangelosi back to second. Baines at first. Full count, 3-2 with Carlton Fisk on deck. They go, and inside, ball 4. Well, Cangelosi to third, Baines to second, Harrison at first. Third walk issued by Niekro, and that will bring on the pitching coach, Jack Hager, going out to the mound. Chat with Bernazard and Bando, waiting for Niekro to get back. Well, they have their little chat. The bell rings down in the Cleveland bullpen. We'll see who gets up. Like Jamie Easterly, a left-hander. Here's Carlton Fisk, who was on in an air and flying to left. So the bases are loaded. There's a strike in the count. 0-1, and Fisk didn't like the call. Cangelosi at third with Baines at second and Harrison at first. The infield straight away, the outfield the same. A line drive down the left field line. Hall moving over. He's there to make the catch. Just get it on the button, but right to Hall. And the side is retired. But the Sox come up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 3 to the bottom of the 5th inning and a 1-1 tie. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago White Sox for the entertainment and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox and Fox Television Stations Incorporated is prohibited. Here's Joe Carter as we go to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-1 tie. The White Sox have left 7 through 5, and the Indians have left 7 through 4. Andy Thornton on deck. Tries to bunt, fouls it away, and the count is 0-1. Davis has allowed a run on 4 hits. He has walked 5, struck out 1. Shot, base hit, left field. Carter's aboard, and that'll bring on Andy Thornton with Brooke Jacoby on deck. Thornton has walked in double, so Carter at first, good speed. Outside, 1-0. Again, they will keep Carter close. High, 2-0. Schmidt was throwing last inning. 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, wow. 2-1 the count. Thornton had a fastball up over the plate. Fouled it right straight back. There's Jacoby on deck. The first base coach helping Carter with his lead. Off of the end of the bat, Tallison has but 1 play to Bonilla, and moving to second base is Carter. Now that'll bring on Brooke Jacoby. Right there, and he got it out on the end of the bat. Tallison having but 1 play, and that was to throw Thornton out. Good speed of Carter enables him to get to second base, and that'll bring on Jacoby with Pat Tabler on deck. Breaking pitch in and over, and the count is 0-1. Bouncer to Guillen. He looks at third. He had a play. Goes to first in time. Guillen elected to go to first base as he had Carter just about a couple of strides in front, up to the right of him. There you see where he is. Tollison's at the bag. He looks at him, and he just couldn't get over there. So he throws Jacoby out, and that'll bring on Tabler. It was 0 for 2 tonight. There you see the updated numbers on Tabler, starting tonight at 337, now at 330. Tollison and Davis of the little chat. Mel Hall on deck. A ball and no strikes. Tollison way back. Carter jockeying down the line. Breaking pitch outside. There's a strike and the count 2-1. Far back as Tollison is, Davis has to check over there at Carter just to try and stop him. Yeah, still kind of inching down the line a little. Little looper in the center field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So Carter scores, and Cleveland takes a 2-1 lead. Well, that play even bigger now with Carter going to third. There it is. He got it out on the end of the bat. The big swing froze Cangelosi for a moment, but he wasn't going to get to the ball. That'll bring on Mel Hall with Tony Bernazard on deck. 2-1 Cleveland. Low 1-0. Hall doubled his first time at bat off of the left field wall and then bounced to Bobby Bonilla. 1 for 2. Center. Baines is there, and that will do it. But the Indians come up with a run on a pair of hits, no errors, and they leave one more. We're through 5 with the Indians leading it 2-1. White Sox fireworks night of the year is set for Friday, May 16th, as the world champion Kansas City Royals come to town, sponsored by the good folks at Household Finance. Game time is 7 o'clock, and fans will be invited to stay and watch another spectacular fireworks show immediately following the game. That's Household Finance Fireworks Night on Friday, May 16th. Here's Bobby Bonilla as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Bobby 1 for 2 tonight. Knuckleball in and over, and the count is 0-1. 2-6-2 for the Indians, 1-4-1 for the White Sox. 0-2 the count. Ozzie Guillen on deck. Got him. Well, he gets this knuckleball right here in an excellent spot. You see Bando sitting outside. Doesn't throw it much better. Here's Guillen. Jacoby shortened up at third. Tabler at first. Knuckleball low. 1-0 the count. Ozzie, the last time up with runners at first and third and one out, got a little looper from Niekro and hit into a double play started by Bernazard. 2-1. Check that. 2-0 the count with Cruz on deck. There's a strike and the count 2-1. Niekro, you see, with the 3 walks and the first strikeout coming here by Bonilla. Outside, and the count goes to 3-1. Hey, Ozzie checking the count with home plate umpire Mike Riley. Three and two. Foul left side and out of play. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bando trying to fix a shin guard. How's he going to check it out? Full count, 3-2. Up the middle, base hit. Butler over in a hurry, so Guillen's aboard. Takes a big turn. So the White Sox pick up their 5th hit of the evening, and that will bring on Julio Cruz, who's 1 for 2. Singled his last time at bat and has scored the only Sox run of the evening. 2-1. The Indians on top. Close call. Guillen almost got caught flat-footed. Watch him right here. Ozzie couldn't get himself going. And just did get back. This time, the fake by Niekro, and Ozzie's diving back. Bando just kind of peeking down there at first. Tabler holding. One out, one on. Ground ball foul. Niekro not only has an excellent move to first, a quick move. Julio now at 136. But Niekro varies his speed coming to the plate as well as anybody you want to see. And why not? 47 years of age, you've got to learn something in those years. And quickly 0-2 with Skinner on deck. Outside, Bando just trying to keep that in front of him. A ball and 2 strikes. Have the pennants on the walls here at Municipal Stadium. The members who and in the Hall of Fame. Outside. Out in deep left center field, the numbers that have been retired. Number 3, Earl Averill. Number 5, Lou Boudreau. Number 19, Bob Feller. There you see the numbers and the years that they were here. Hit to right field. Carter is there. Makes the catch. Guillen back to first. 2 outs to Joel Skinner. And out in deep right center field, they have the banners of their World Championship teams. As you look at the pitching line of Niekro, 5 2/3, 5 hits, a run, 3 walks and a strikeout. The years of 1920, 1948. You see up there at the top of your screen, 1954 when they beat the Giants. Here's Skinner. Bounce to Jacoby, charging, short hop, and throws him out. The Sox are gone in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Cleveland. That's the story as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And fans, you can get a free Polaroid photo taken with you and your favorite Sox stars prior to every Saturday and Sunday afternoon Sox home game. Players will be available beginning an hour and 15 minutes prior to the start of every game to take their picture with you. The session will last a half an hour. You'll walk away with a free Polaroid photo of you and your favorite Sox player. That's courtesy of Joe Vaughn. Remember, that's weekend afternoon games only. There's Tony Bernazard. 2 for 2 tonight. Breaking pitch high. Chris Bando on deck. There's a strike with a breaking pitch and the count 1-1. Now those average fluctuate early in the year, starting at 279 up to 295. Ground ball hard by the diving Cruz. Bernazard is 3 for 3. On a breaking pitch up over the plate, Cruz could not make the play. Well, the 7th hit for the Indians, and here's Bando. And we'll get some more action in the Sox bullpen. Dave Schmidt throwing once again. He's been up once before, a few innings back. On deck, Brett Butler. Now Bernazard wants to call time for a second. I believe he wants Johnny Girl to give him another sign, see what it is, make sure he has it. Bando sacrificed and struck out. Going to sacrifice again, pops it in the air, foul. Bonilla holding Bernazard. 0-1 the count. Going to bunt again. And bunts, fouls it away. 0-2. Well, Davis out in front, no balls, 2 strikes. Bando, good double play, man, if you can get him to hit it at somebody. Allison still well up on the grass. He's going to try and bunt again, and does so. A good one. He deadens it perfectly. They throw him out. Well, Bando bunting with 2 strikes. He got a fastball up over the plate, and he just couldn't have laid it out there any better. There it is. That ball, watch the backspin on. Now, Tolleson has to come and get it a little bit, and has only 1 play. Bernazard to second. Now, Brett Butler will be the hitter with Julio Franco on deck. The outfield again, very shallow. The deepest of the 3 is Baines in right. Takes a strike, 0-1. The big alley in right center. And they give him a lot of the right field line. You see Cangelosi shallow to left center. Baines well off the line, slightly to his right towards the alley and right. Breaking pitch low, the count 1-1. Count 2-1. Joel just kind of pointing there, saying, little reminder, little key for Davis to key on. Butler has walked twice, bounced to short. And it's 3-1. Again, Schmidt in the bullpen. Full count, 3-2. Butler taking all the way. And he walks him. Sixth walk issued by Davis. 3rd time that Butler has walked. And Skinner and Davis will have a little chat. And here comes Tony La Russa. And Tony goes to the bullpen. And that will be all for Davis. Dave Schmidt will come on. Space umpire Drew Coble trying to get his attention, saying, come on, get in here. David sneaks one more pitch down there, so that'll be all for Joel Davis. We have a break in the action, a pitching change, with Cleveland leading in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1. Dave Schmidt, the new Sox pitcher, a record of 0-1 and a 7.62 ERA. He has a save, making his 10th appearance of the year. He's worked in 13 innings, allowed 22 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned. He's given up 3 home runs. He has walked 3 and struck out 7. That's the story. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Cleveland. Julio Franco will be the hitter with Joe Carter on deck. You have Bernazard at second and Butler at first. Good speed on the bases. Franco 0 for 3 tonight, has bounced to short. Line hard into a double play to Bobby Bonilla at first. On a fielder's choice in the 4th. Cangelosi kind of holding his arms open, waving his hands as if, where do you want me to play? He's slightly into right center. Now they try to move him. He's still trying to get somebody's attention and is just moving his arms straight up and down, saying where. So when in doubt, he's shading just slightly to the left. Bounce back up the middle, should be 2. Guillen steps on the bag and they double him up. 1 pitch, 2 outs, and the side retired, and we're through 6. 2-1 Cleveland. Well, on Saturday, May 17th, it'll be the Northrop Chrysler Plymouth license plate frame day, and the first 15,000 fans 15 and over who attend the game, they'll get a free license plate, the Sox logo. That'll be May 17th. Don't forget, that'll be a start of 12:20. The North Oak Chrysler Plymouth license plate frame day. You make your plans to be with us. John Cangelosi will lead it off as we go to the top of the 7th. 2-1, Cleveland on top. Just outside, 1-0. Cangelosi has driven in the only Sox run, a base hit in the 5th. Slide to center, bounce to short, 1 for 3. On deck, Wayne Tolleson. There's another line drive center field. Butler coming in a hurry to make the catch. That ball trying to slice away from Butler, but up in that breeze, it hung up. There you see that little backspin on that ball. That's going to keep that ball in the air a while, enabling the Butler to get to it. So 1 out, and that will bring on Wayne Tolleson. 1 for 2 tonight. Fly to center, single, sacrifice. On deck, Harold Baines. 1-0 the count. Del Crandall joining us back in the booth. Not getting any warmer, Delbert.
No, it isn't. Neither are the bats of the White Sox.
1-0. And it's 2-0. Two runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for the Indians. A run on 5 hits and 1 error for the White Sox. There's a strike and the count 2-1. Ground ball, foul outside of third, down to the Cleveland bullpen where they have action. A right-hander and a left-hander throwing.
Yetton Bales. Bales, the left-hander.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul away. The 2-2 pitch to Tolleson. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Butler over in a hurry. Tolleson a big turn. He'll hold right there. Butler gets it back in. So the second hit for Tolleson tonight, number 6 for the White Sox, and that will bring on Harold Baines. Baines has bounced to first, fly to left, and he's walked 0 for 2. We'll keep an eye on Tolleson. That's shallow left. There's Hall. 2 out. And it'll bring on Jerry Hairston.
Well, when Harold gets in one of these streaks, he doesn't hit the ball very hard, does he? He just looks like he's off stride and way out in front most of the time.
Kind of feeling a little bit.
Yep.
So Jerry Hairston will stand in. Jerry's flying to right, and he's walked twice. Now we'll keep a little closer eye on Tolleson at first. Carter deep right. Butler deep, shading slightly to right center. Outside, 1-0. Tolleson at first, 2 outs. Tabler holding. 2-1. The Indians on top of the 7th. 2-0.
Niekro makes it awfully tough on your running game, doesn't he, Don? He varies his delivery to home plate. He's quick. He holds. He does everything he can to keep that runner from knowing exactly when he's going to go into his delivery.
Well, I was talking about that a little while ago, Del, and you know, I said that the only way you could bottom line it is 47 years of age. As long as he's been around, you got to be able to do something, and he can do it. 2-1 the count. About the time you think you got him timed a little bit, he will flat pick you off. Drive foul down the right side. Well, the count 2-2 as Bando and Niekro will have a little chat. Hairston going to go back and get another bat with a new handle in it. San Diego defeated the Cubs this afternoon 6-2 in the 9th inning. The Mets 2-1 over Cincinnati. 1-1 tie in the 6th. 4-4 now. Kansas City, Baltimore in the 5th. 6-5 Detroit over Minnesota in the 5th. Rain in Texas. All the rest of the action on the coast. Toronto, Seattle. Under a new manager out there. We haven't heard if they've made it official as yet, but all the talk is Dick Williams will be the new skipper of the Seattle Mariners. So the count 2-2, and again they get the little roar going with the 2-strike count. There goes Tolleson, and a check swing foul.
I think that it was a good thing that Harrison hit that ball. I don't know if Bando would have been able to catch it or not, as I'm sure you saw him scramble to his right as that knuckleball from Niekro that time really took off.
Well, I'll tell you that tailing wind, Dale, it's got to have a wave effect coming back at him a little bit. Where some of those knuckleballs he's thrown tonight are really taking off. Looper foul. Well, you know, that's what they say that we talked about it is happens down at Arlington Stadium now since they put that new scoreboard in there. As you look at Carlton Fisk on deck. That wind will take that scoreboard. It'll swirl around, come back at you a little. Allison at first. You know, Necro is going to keep an eye on him. Ground ball, Bernazar. He has it. Throws him. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1 Cleveland. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Indians 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. The White Sox are run on 6 hits and 1 error. The Indians have left at least a man on in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. They've left 9. The White Sox have left at least 1 in every inning but the first. They've left 9. And it's a 2-1 ball game to the bottom of the 7th. As Joe Carter will lead it off, followed by Andy Thornton and then Brooke Jacoby. Dave Schmidt on a relief of the starter, Joel Davis. 1-0 the count. Carter 1 for 2 tonight, has walked, he's flied to right, singled, and has scored what is now the go-ahead run. 1-1 the count. Loop foul right side, and the count 1-2. Set at the top of the program, a great crowd here at Municipal Stadium. And they've been having a whale of a time. Good a crowd as we've seen here in a long, long time. Usually it's kind of been opening day or the 4th of July. They have all of a sudden caught fire with these Cleveland Indians, who have won 10 in a row, 13 of 16, and tied with the New York Yankees for the top spot in the American League East. Line shot, base hit. First hit off of Dave Schmidt, and that'll bring on Andy Thornton.
Well, you're going to see a young man, I think, has a lot of talent. Schmidt threw him a sinker on the inside part of the plate. He was able to get the good part of the bat on the ball and hit a line drive right past the pitcher, Schmidt.
Here's Andy Thornton, 1 for 2, has walked, double, and bounced to third. Keep an eye on Carter. Low, 1-0. Big alley, right center field.
Dave Schmidt gives you a lot of time to run, too. Watch his high leg kick with the runner Carter at first base. It takes him a long time to deliver that ball to home plate.
Joel McHugh, a left-hander, throwing down in the Sox bullpen with Brooke Jacoby on deck. There's Joel. Line down the right field line. Has extra bases. It'll go to the corner. Carter, who can fly. Around third, they're going to wave him on. The relay to Bonilla. And it's a double for Thornton. The Cleveland Indians lead it 3-1.
don't see Thornton hit the ball this far down the line in right field very often, but that time he hit a bullet right down into the corner. Baines gets on it as quickly as possible, but Carter, who can really run, there you see him sliding. There was no play on him, and Thornton drives him in with a double.
So Thornton with his second double of the night, his fifth double of the year. Dave Duncan out to the mound. Dave Schmidt, Dell, has been getting hurt on his fastball. And Dave Schmidt is not a fastball pitcher. Carter got a fastball from the middle of the plate in, single up the middle. Thornton got a fastball tailing back and went the other way with it. It gets to the point sometimes you get in a rut and you really do lose the sequence of pitches. You lose actually the common sense of the sequence of pitches. And I think Dave right now has got to get himself working back into his frame, his sequence of pitches.
Yeah, you're talking about Carter. I'll bet Carter hit a pitch that he didn't want him to hit, trying to get to a slider, and didn't get there.
1-0 the count.
But he does have a good fork ball that he can use, a good off-speed pitch.
He's got a good one, the palm ball, and he just really, to me, that's a pitch for Dave Schmidt as Brooke Jacoby stands in. There it is, right there. 1-1 the count. Pat Tabler on deck. But the horse has left the barn. 1-1.
Here you go. There's that changeup we were talking about. I thought he threw a fork ball, Donnie. Does he throw a palm ball?
It's kind of a, well, it's a little bit. It's kind of, there it is again. 1-2 the count. That is an excellent pitch for Dave Schmidt. Always has been.
That has been the pitch for Dave Schmidt.
That's right. He's got the kind of motion that he has good motion with that pitch. Bounce foul. So he came at him 3 times in a row. Tabler on deck. Thornton at second. 3-1 Cleveland. Missed with it. 2-2 the count. Misses again with it, and it's 3-2. Full count. You might look for it again right here.
Yes, indeed.
Got it. Foul it away. Nobody out to run in. With Thornton at second base. 3-1. The Indians on top. Bottom of the 7th inning. Foul right side. Bobby Bonds trying to yell down to Brooke Jacoby. And boy, and I'll tell you, as boisterous as this crowd is, that might be what the epitome of wasting your breath. Bounce to Tollison. A good pitch by Schmidt, who throws him out. So he threw him about 6 or 7 straight palm balls. Could not move that ball to the right side, and that will bring on Pat Tabler. Tabler tonight is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Joel Skinner will have a little chat with him. On deck, Mel Hall. Yankees at Texas is now postponed because of rain. 5-4 Kansas City over Baltimore. That's in the 6th inning. One ball and no strikes the count. Indians 3 runs on 9 hits. The Sox are run on 6 hits. Two balls, no strikes. Indians with their .383 team average coming into tonight's game. That will rank right at the top of the American League. Outside, and it's 3-0.
Well, he's lost a little confidence in his ability to get that changeup over, Don. Now he's going back to the fastball, and he's worked himself into a hole.
There's a strike, and the count 3-1. See what he comes with here. Gets the foul ball over, and it's 3-2. Mel Hall on deck. Got him. Another good off-speed pitch.
There, he takes something off of this pitch, and Tabler, you can see, is way out in front. Ball out of the strike zone when it finally got up to home plate, but Tabler had already started his swing.
Now here's Mel Hall with Tony Bernazard on deck. Thornton remaining at second base. Little looper to center. There's Cangelosi. Makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Indians come up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a man. We're through 7. Indians lead it 3-1.
Vision is your home for Sox 86 Weekly, Quest for the West, the official highlight show of the White Sox, only on Sports Vision, Chicago's winners on cable. Call your local cable company for details.
Well, we have a change. There is Otis Nixon out in left field for the Cleveland Indians, so it'll be Nixon, Butler, and Carter in the outfield. Boy, and I'll tell you, there's a pretty good sort of a relay team out there.
They can flat run, can't they?
Carlton Fisk will lead it off. He'll be followed by Bonilla and then Guillen as we go to the top of the 8th. 1-0 the count. Camacho starting to throw for the left-hander and the Cleveland bullpen. There's a strike, and the count 1-1. Scott Bales, the left-hander. Ernie Camacho, the right-hander. 1-2 the count. You think Phil remembers how to throw a curveball?
Yeah, remembers. Did he ever have one?
More of a slurve. Got him. Strikeout number 2. And that will bring on Bobby Bonilla. There's Bales, the left-hander, and Camacho, the right-hander. Here's Bobby Bonilla. A little looper in the shallow left. Going back is Franco. Can't make the play. Nixon will get it back in. Edwin was trying to blow it back to him. Now Bobby Bonilla with his second hit of the night.
Hey, you're going to see one right off the end of the bat by Bobby Bonilla. Now look at Franco. He just turns his back and runs and just can't quite get there, but he was in the right direction. The ball just eluded him.
Bobby kind of hit it just like Negro threw it. Here's Guillen, takes a strike in the count 0-1 with Cruz on deck. To the count. 3-9-2 for the Indians. 1-7-1 for the White Sox. Cruz on deck.
Too big a swing, Ozzie, to make contact with that knuckleball. That's what he wants you to do, is swing hard.
Just outside. 1-2. And it's 2-2.
Bando's done an excellent job tonight, Donnie. I don't think a ball has gotten by him, has it?
No, he has really been bobbing and weaving back there. Hit foul. I'll tell you, I don't know how many different release points he has for that knuckleball.
You watch the hitters, they have a few release points with that bat too, trying to swing at that sucker.
That's the center field. That's a base hit. So he tried to slip the fastball by him. Bonilla makes a turn and holds right there. And Julio Cruz will be the hitter. So the 8th hit.
There you're going to see that fastball. He got it down the way, but that's where Ozzie's bat was, and he had a line drive to center field.
Well, Bando and Necro have a little chat as Julio Cruz will be the hitter. 1 for 3 tonight, is flying to right twice and singled and scored the only Sox run. Joel Skinner on deck. And here comes Pat Corrales. He's already made a gesture. I believe that it'll be Camacho. He says, come on. Well, Corrales to the mound, and you'll hear a round of applause for Phil Necro as he comes off of that hill. I'll guarantee you that. Fans already coming onto their feet. As Ernie Camacho will come on to take over the pitching chore. Well, Necro will give him that. They say Necro has helped this staff, Dale, as much as anybody. Listen to this. Well, Necro takes the jacket of Camacho. He will come on back into the dugout, and we'll be back right after this commercial timeout.
new pitcher, Ernie Camacho, number 13. This is his 13th game. He has won 1, lost none, 3.38 ERA. And he has 6 saves. They really missed him last year. He's pitched 16 innings, given up 12 base on balls. That's not a good ratio, but he struck out 12 in 16 innings. So he can walk you, Don.
He can do that, and he's going to face Ron Kittle hitting for Julio Cruz with Bonilla at second and Guillen at first. 1-0 the count.
This is power against power. Camacho, a hard baller, throws you mostly fastballs.
Bounce foul. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what Camacho has thrown up there the first. Looked like a little spinner he's thrown up there the first 2 pitches. Because that has not been his real good fastball. Now Ron Kittle has the count 1-1 with 1 out, 2 on. 3-1 Cleveland, top of the 8th. There's the curveball. He went around. That thing was, wow.
You're going to see a pitch that misses a long ways, but of course Kittle looking for the fastball, and he throws a little spinner as Donnie described it, and that's about right. And Kittle started his swing, couldn't hold up.
1-2 the count. And the count goes to 2-2. Joel Skinner on deck. Just outside. Camacho thought he had it. 3-2 with 1 out. Bonilla at second, Guillen at first. He struck him out.
Well, he wanted the previous pitch. He didn't get it, but he came right back in the same spot. And that time, home plate umpire Mike Riley called out Kittle, and of course he's not very happy with it. There's a man that's happy with it, though, I'll tell you that.
Brian Little will come out and hit for Joel Skinner. Chant in the background yelling Ernie, Ernie for Camacho.
Camacho taking this time to throw a couple of extra pitches while Brian Little comes to the plate.
Well, Camacho will have a little chat with Brooke Jacoby. And now Tony Bernazard will trot in from second base. He'll have a chat with Camacho. A lot of conversation going. Ozzie Guillen talking with Drew Coble, the first base umpire.
Brian Little hitting 172 from the left side.
188 overall. With John Cangelosi on deck. Inside, 1-0. Bando, interesting, has not shed that big glove.
No, we talked to Corrales about that. He uses it all the time, no matter what pitcher's out there.
Like reaching into a barrel.
Yeah, they said that it doesn't give him any trouble because he just uses it so much that he's used to it now.
Two balls and no strikes. Now Kittle followed by Little with Cangelosi on deck. 2 outs, 2 on. 3-1 Cleveland. And it's 3-0. Right-hander and a left-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Indians.
You know, Camacho acts like it's a little bit too cold for him to throw that real good fastball, Don. I don't know that we've seen his good fastball.
I don't think so yet. And that's who's throwing in the bullpen yet. And that's outside. And here comes Pat Corrales.
I don't think Pat's seen it either.
Pat trotting out, that is usually not the sign that he's going to take somebody out. But he will get his point across in a hurry, like we talked about it before. I'll guarantee you one thing. You better listen to that man. Here's John Cangelosi. They have a tendency to be a little wild. This really isn't the man you want to see coming up there. He's got about a 28-inch strike zone. Now the bases are loaded. There's a strike in the count, 0-1. Just outside, the count 1-1. Let's see why Camacho isn't going to get too many close pitches, Dell, if he goes through those little actions every time there's a close pitch called a ball. Ground ball, Jacoby has it. He'll step on third. The side's retired. And the Sox go in the 8th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-1 Cleveland.
Next network comes your way Monday at 6:30 p.m. when the Sox take on the Baltimore Orioles.
It is getting colder. As Brian Little goes to second base, and behind the plate and doing the catching will be Mark Hill. So in the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Tony Bernazard, Chris Bando, the leadoff hitter, Brett Butler. Bernazard is 3 for 3 tonight. One ball and no strikes to count.
I suppose way down deep in the back of Bernazard's mind, he enjoys doing so well against the White Sox.
Oh, you know it. And he's done well. That's it, foul by Bobby Bonds. Boy, he had a series over in Chicago. And 3 for 3 tonight. Two balls and a strike. So the pattern now of Schmidt has been the palm ball as you look at Bando on deck. And that'll bring on Chris Bando. He sacrificed twice and struck out, and you have to figure he's going to be sacrificing again. Butler on deck. Mark Hill looking over into the Sox dugout. Tollison up on the grass at third. Bonilla holding Bernazard at first. He's going to bunt. Takes high, 1-0. Bud Bonilla in, has but one play and throws him out. Well, the sacrifice works. 1-4. Bernazard to second, and here's Butler. Well, the attendance tonight, 48,146.
There's the bunt by Bando, and he has got it down by now. That's the third time this game that he has sacrificed. He bounced it right in front of home plate, took one big hop, and Bonilla had only one play. That was to first.
Now Tony La Russa to the mound. Joel McKeon throwing in the bullpen. And they're going to go to McKeon. So that'll be all for Dave Schmidt. As we have another pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Indians on top. Joel McKeon coming on. That's the story. The pitching change, and we'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Left-hander Joel McKeon on the mound, making his second appearance for the White Sox. There you get a look at him, just called up from Buffalo. A homegrown product, really, in the White Sox organization, has worked his way up to the big leagues and getting an opportunity here to throw some more baseballs for the White Sox.
Well, Joel, a fastball, a breaking pitch, but his bread and butter pitch is that split finger fastball as he will face Butler with Franco on deck. Bernazard at second base, one out, and we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hello. Oh, he drops from the side. Butler kind of turns around, takes a little double take at him.
That wasn't on the scouting report.
No. 0-1. And very quickly 0-2. Gene Nelson throwing in the Sox bullpen with Franco on deck. Well, McKeon might be in just to face the Butler. Foul away. There's Negro down in the dugout. He's gone back in. I don't even think he had to change, Dell. You're right. Well, they say that Phil Negro has added so much to this Cleveland staff. Just the experience and just talking about the psychology of winning, pitching to win, pitching in situation, knowing what it's like to go out there and win, and boy, what an asset that can be.
Donnie, winning's an attitude, isn't it?
It sure is. It's as contagious. Winning is as contagious as losing is contagious. Outside, the count 1-2. Tolleson, Guillen, Little, and Bonilla from third to first. Fisk, Cangelosi, and Baines from left to right. The battery of Hill and McKeon. Well, these fans, 48,146. I'll tell you, I don't know of many that have gone home.
Nope.
They are going to savor what they can savor. Foul away, left side, and the count remains at 1-2 strike. Outfield again very shallow, playing Butler to the opposite field. There goes Bernazard. It's foul away. Now Bernazard trying to tie McCune. He had a good jump. And now Mark Hill is going to go out. Dale, you would have to assume in a situation like this, say, hey, give him more than one look.
That's right. Don't get caught doing the same thing over and over again, because they will steal everything you have on out there. So I'm sure that's what Mark Hill is telling him now.
And it's too cold tonight to take too many things. Inside, 2-2 the count. Seguin trying to get in behind Bernazard just a shade to cut him down, and then he'll point to McKee and say, go ahead and throw. Outside, 3-2. Franco on deck. But Ozzie can't get over there too far behind Bernazard, because Butler, he will hit that ball all over. See right there, Bernazard, 2 for 3. And he walks him. Here comes Tony La Russa again, and he's already pointed to the bullpen. Now Bernazard at second with Butler at first, and that will bring on Gene Nelson.
You know, Donnie, side-arming the left-handed hitter, he must have done it, what, 3 or 4 times that time out, trying to get Butler out. And I think really a pitcher has to be careful about doing that so often. It throws them, gets them out of their rhythm of their regular delivery, and it's going to a pitch that he probably didn't practice, maybe 1 or 2, maybe none at all out there in the bullpen. And all it did was just get him behind, and he finally walked him.
Well, that'll happen so many times, Del. And you've seen it happen. I've seen it happen, and I can think of one guy that it used to happen to all the time until he finally realized that he had to work on it more and more in the bullpen, and that was Stan Williams. Now, Stan was more of a 3-quarter type pitcher, but every now and then Stanley would get out to the point where he would want to crossfire somebody. And as hard as Stan threw, and you can remember that, every time he did it, he left it from the middle of the plate in. And what happens, all of a sudden, that hitter comes up there and they say, oh, what is this coming? And they start to bail, and here's that fastball just following them inside. So instead of that ball being out away from them, it's just taken right back into the sweet part of the bat, and that's what will happen. If you don't practice those pitches and work on it a lot, as you look at the numbers on Gene Nelson, it can get you. You're so right. It can really get you in a lot of trouble. So Gino ready to go. And he will face Julio Franco. Bernazard at second, and you've got Brett Butler at first. So you've got speed on the bases, but you've got to keep an eye on them. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1. Franco tonight has taken the collar. He has hit into 2 double plays, bounces short, was on a fielder's choice. So his 4-game hitting streak is on the line. A ball and a strike, and now Hill wants to talk to Nelson.
That last conversation there got us close to a record, didn't it, Don? And most conversations in one ball game.
On deck, Joe Carter. One and two the count. You're looking at the Sox ninth inning. They have Tolleson, Baines, and Harrison. There's Carter on deck. Cleveland leading it 3-1. Butler at first, Bernazard at second. Foul away. Bobby Bonilla playing in an interesting spot at first base with runners at first and second. Now they get his attention.
Yeah. Moving him back now.
A ball and 2 strikes. It's still very shallow behind Butler.
Particularly with Franco able to hit the ball over there as well as he does. They're trying to cut down on Butler's lead, I would assume, is the only reason he's there, trying to keep him from getting down to second base too quickly and breaking up a potential double play, but you still have to protect some territory out there against a hitter like Franco.
1-2 pitch. Out of play. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Cangelosi just slightly in right center. Baines straight away right, Fisk straight away left. Franco really the type of hitter that, well, he'll just spray it all around, but he has some power. That's it to right field. Baines is there, has a play, tagging Bernazard. And now they almost had him again, didn't catch the ball. Ozzie trying to catch it and go to the bag at the same time and kind of jumped underneath the ball.
Good idea. There you see the fly out by Franco to right field. Now Bernazard is tagging up at second base, and he wants to see what Baines is doing. There you see him look back. There's Ozzie sneaking in behind him. The ball is over his head. He just can't quite get up high enough. It would have been a close play at second base.
Now Joe Carter will be the hitter with Andy Thornton on deck. Carter tonight is 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. Pickoff attempt, and Ozzie saying step off. Nelson said no, not going to throw. The count. Ozzie just, he said, well, if you're not going to throw, I'm just going to go back over here and play deep short. There's Thornton on deck. Ozzie way back away now. Ground ball the hole, Guillen over, goes back to Little in time. Good play by Guillen. So the Indians are gone in the 8th. And we're through 8 with Cleveland leading it 3-1. Cleveland on top as we go to the top of the 9th inning, and it'll be Tolleson, Baines, and Harrison. I'll tell you, 48,000 to 146 have made some noise tonight. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1. Ball and a strike. Right-hander and a left-hander throwing in the bullpen, Yet and Bales. And And the count 2-1. The count with Baines on deck. And he walks him. Second walk issued by Camacho, and here comes Harold Baines. Baines is 0 for 3 tonight. One ball and no strikes. Left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Moving over is Butler. Tolleson going to third to throw to second, and Baines holds it first after a wide turn. Now the White Sox have runners at first and third with nobody out, and Jerry Hairston will be the hitter. Got the fastball. Baines hit it hard up the alley. Butler moving over in a hurry. That ball trying to get through. Tolleson going to third. Butler going back to second to cut off the tying run from moving into scoring position. And Jack Aker going to the mound. They're going to go to the bullpen. Well, Camacho gives him the ball. And Scott Bales comes on. The young left-hander Scott Bales, a record of 4-1. This is his 14th ball game. He has a pair of saves and a 6.27 ERA. He will come on to face Jerry Hairston, who will turn around and hit from the right side with Carlton Fisk on deck. Tolleson leading off the ninth inning with a base on balls. Then Baines singling deep in the alley in left center field. And Scott Bales comes on. He's a 6'2", 175-pounder. It's just his 5th year in professional baseball. Last year, he was at Nashua. In 30 ball games, he was 3-3. At Waterbury, in 13 ball games, he was 6-3. Had a good year. 2.83 ERA at Nashua in 30 games, and at Waterbury, a 2.62 ERA. Bales will pitch to Harrison with Carlton Fisk on deck. The tying runs aboard, 3-1. The Indians on top here in the top of the ninth. Nobody out. Harrison got time. Appeal, they say no. Bale's got that particular pitch, good moving fastball. Outfield, deep straight away. Pops him up. Middle of the infield. Bernazard is there. 1 out. And that will bring on Carlton Fisk. Well, Pat Corrales doing some soul searching, I'm sure, in that dugout. Got a right-hander in the bullpen. You've got the right-hander Fisk at the plate, the switch hitter Bonilla behind him. He just got rid of the switch hitter Harrison. Tollison remains at third, Baines at first. Curve ball in and over. Jacoby guarding the line at third. Line foul down in the Cleveland bullpen. They scatter for cover. Well, Bale's out in front 0-2. There's Bonilla on deck. Again, the fans up with a 2-strike count. Missing outside. 1-2. Young left-hander, just 24 years old. Line drive, base hit left field. So that'll score Tollison as Baines goes to second base. It's a 3-2 ball game. And here comes Bonilla. Now Carlton Fisk with his 8th RBI of the year. Good curveball down. Look at Fisk, got that right off the ground. And hits it sharply in the hole. Though Baines to second, Fisk at first, and Bobby Bonilla the hitter. That run will be charged to Camacho. Bonilla, 2 for 4 tonight. Foul away right side. You got Franco trying to cheat a little bit to the hole. The outfield straight away. Oh, and 2 the count. Ozzie Guillen on deck. A ball and 2 strikes. And just a reminder for our WFLD viewers only, MASH will be seen in its entirety immediately after the game. Just outside, and the count 2-2. Well, 2 youngsters, Bonilla and Bales. As you look at Fisk at first and Baines at second, 3-2, Cleveland on top. 1 out, top of the 9th. Up the alley, and there is Butler tagging his Baines. Butler for the catch to throw back to second base, and Baines is there. There's 2 out. That ball hit hard. Here comes Reed Nichols. He will hit for Ozzie Guillen. the Sox are down to their final out. Nichols hitting .222 without a home run. He has 4 RBIs. And he will hit for Guillen. Well, the crowd up and on their feet. And Nichols trying to keep it going. Curveball in and over. I don't know what the outcome of this game will be. But this young man is impressive. On deck, Mark Hill. Outside. 1-2 the count. Ground ball the hole. Franco over and saves a run right there. Julio Franco saved this ball game from being tied up, and what a play. There's that curveball down, and Nichols hit it right in the hole. Look at where Franco had to go to get that ball. He was cheating a little bit that way, as I mentioned before. Well, the bases are loaded. There's 2 outs, and Timmy Hewlett will come up and hit for Mark Hill. And here comes Thacker to the mound, and he's going to go to the bullpen. Well, that will be all for Bales. And young Rich Yett comes on as Bales leads. We've gone about as far as we can go without something happening. The young right-hander coming on Yet. He right there, 1-0 record with a 3.68 ERA. This is 6th game. And we'll look and give you a little back down on this young right-hander. Yet, well, there's another youngster. He's just 23 from Pomona, California, a 6'2", 187-pounder. Out of the Minnesota Twin organization in the trade that sent Kurt Wardle, Jay Bell, and Jim Weaver to the Twins in exchange for Bert Blyleven. You recall that? had last year at Toledo a record of 9-11 in 25 games and a 4.15 ERA. He was a starter and now working out of the bullpen. And he'll face Timmy Hewlett. Well, the bases are loaded with 2 outs. You've got Baines at third, the tying run, Fisk at second, and Reed Nichols at first. And Hewlett the hitter. The outfield still deep straight away. The infield straight away, they're all deep. It'll come out of the stretch. Good fastball. Right back through the middle. Base hit center field. Here comes Baines. Here comes Fisk. Throw to third. Not in time. To second is Hewlett. And the White Sox take a 4-3 lead. So the one fastball too many, and he got it right back up the middle. Bernazard could not get there. 2-run score with 2 outs. To third is Nichols. To second is Hewlett, and the White Sox lead it 4-3. And that will bring on Brian Little. Ground ball right to Tabler. Steps on the bag, and the side is retired. But the White Sox come up with a pair of runs, make it 3 runs. On 3 hits, make it 4. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-3 White Sox. Well, we got some changes for the White Sox. The new shortstop, Brian Little, moves from second to short. Timmy Hewlett stays in the game. He's at second base. Reed Nichols stays in the game. He's in left field. And guess who's coming behind the plate? Number 72, Mr. Carlton Fisk. And here he comes. First time all year. First time all spring. And here he comes. Now Carlton Fisk back behind the plate. So your infield of Tolleson, Little, Hewlett, and Bonilla. The outfield of Nichols, Cangelosi, and Baines, and the battery of Gene Nelson and Carlton Fisk. And Fudge don't even have his gloves here. That is somebody else's glove. They were talking about that before, as Carlton will go out and he will talk with Gene Nelson just to go back over the sign. Well, the Sox with 3 runs in the 9th. On 4 hits, they leave a pair. The Sox have left 5, 9, 13 men on base tonight. The Indians, they have done just about the same. They have left 12, and Andy Thornton will lead it off. It'll be Thornton, Jacoby, and Tabler in that order. Oh, and 1 the count. lot of the catchers have their own chest protector and their different sets of shin guards, and I'm not sure if Pudge has any of them here, but he's there. High, out of play. That'll be out, and the count is 0-2. Well, when you've been an all-star catcher like Fisk, it doesn't take you that long to get back there and do what you're supposed to do. Now time called. Well, the pitchers of record right now are Nelson and Bales outside, and the count 1-2. Tolleson guarding the line at third. The outfield, they're swung to the left. They're all deep. There's your defensive alignment. Tolleson about a step off of the line at third. On deck, Brooke Jacoby. Up high, and the count 2-2. That's high to right center, but playable. Harold Baines is there. One out. Bob James throwing down in the bullpen. This cold weather and keeping that big guy caged up this long. Talking about fire and fall back. Here's Brooke Jacoby, as Pat Tabler will be on deck. Four to three, the Sox on top. High to center. Playable. Cangelosi and Baines. Cangelosi calling. 2 out. So the Indians are down to their final out. Tabler tonight is 1 for 4. And the curveball is in and over. 0-1 the count. This ought to do it. The big hop on across to Bonilla, and the ball game is over. But listen to the hand that the Cleveland Indians get, as the Indians, they get a round of applause. But look at the Sox players as they come out. Well, they're a happy group. Look at Pudge. Well, the Sox come back with 3 runs in the 9th inning. Cleveland goes 1-2-3. Tony La Russa down in the dugout. And there's a happy group of Sox players here tonight as the final score. The White Sox 4, the Cleveland Indians 3, and we'll be back. White Sox 4 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 14. And for the Indians, 3 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 12. Nelson, the winner, he is 2-1. Bales takes a loss. He is 4-2. And the Nissan Player of the Game award goes to, well, you guessed it, Timmy Hewlett. The Chicago area dealers are proud to present $100 in his name to the Chi Sox kids. And let's take a look at that base hit by Timmy Hewlett with the count 0-2 and the bases loaded and the Indians leading it 3-2. Yet has a fastball up over the plate. Hewlett right back up the middle, out of the reach of the diving Bernazard. 2-run score, and that's all it took right there. Bain scoring, Fisk right behind him, and the final score, it was the White Sox 4 and the Cleveland Indians 3. The next WFLD game will be on Monday at 6:30 when the White Sox take on Baltimore. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Jim Angio. Coordinating producer was Lorene Ong. Production manager was Ken Kolb. Assistant production manager was Tom Fix. Studio director was Karen Barnett. Remote facilities provided by JR Production. The executive producer for the WFLD Chicago White Sox Network game was Bob Simone. Once again, the final score was the White Sox 4 and the Cleveland Indians 3. For Del Crandall, I'm Don Drysdale saying good evening from Cleveland. The preceding has been a sports presentation of Fox Television Stations Incorporated and the Chicago White Sox.
This Chicago White Sox game is brought to you in part by exceptional